Okay guys, we're gonna focus on some drills today that are wrapped around individuals that tend to hit a punch volley, but maybe don't move through it, maybe tend to pause a little too early at the point of contact. Maybe it's for a wide range of reasons, but we're gonna really focus on extending out, getting that easy pop, recognizing that extension is necessary. If you wanna get easy power, you really have to go out and get it, but we're not gonna get overextended. We talked about this, earlier on in the common tendency portion. If you make contact with your arm being too extended, it's like meeting a dead wall. There's not much power out there. So we talked about, meeting that second imaginary ball, but keeping your arm moving through contact. There's something to be said with sticking a volley as your arm moves through contact versus getting too extended.
This is, a subtle thing, but it makes a big difference. With tennis, if you were to just kind of flex your tricep and lock your wrist and have a good contact point, you're going to be able to get depth. But with pickleball, the ball doesn't travel quite as fast. It's not catapulting off those strings. So we want to be like that boxer, that analogy where if I'm going to punch Tyson, I want to have that elbow slightly bent, but I'm not going to punch him and pop back. I want to move through contact, right? So we want our contact point to be here, but we want to extend through contact after we hit to make sure we're getting that ball level, but getting that good depth on our volleys. Okay.
Think about the big technical nugget that made sense in the skills portion and focus on using that nugget in the drills here. Okay, guys, the first drill here today that we're going to focus on, Coach Kyle here is going to be acting as a teacher. He's going to be hand feeding. He's going to be cooperative with his hand feed. I will be the student. I will be working on having the correct technique with my forehand and backhand volley, keeping things nice and tucked in, and moving through the punch volley and not stopping. Keep in mind, if this drill is going to work, and if the teacher is going to feed it to the correct location, the teacher needs to toss it underhand, balls in the fingertips. Think about having light fingertip pressure as you toss.
And part of the reason, guys, so we're just going to go forehand here. Part of the reason we're using the wall here, okay, is we know that we want to push through contact, but we want to make sure that we're not gearing up with a big backswing, right? So if Tyson tried to take his elbows back for a big backswing, the wall's going to resist that, right? So if you can find a wall to do this, even better, even better. I'm going to have a nice light grip here, working on my own hands, being nice and fluffy.
See how the paddle's staying inside of peripheral, it doesn't leave peripheral. I know where the paddle's going to. We can go 10 on the forehand and 10 on the backhand.
Okay. Nice.
Same idea here. As far as direction, I'm leading with what? Leading with the knuckles, forehand side leading with the palm. So same focus as the dinks. And then we change roles, same idea, Coach Kyle. Okay. So I'm working on hand and eye coordination. I'm tossing, good athletic stance, beautiful. See how Kyle's at 10 o'clock. He's just slowly opening this up. Let's say if this was a book, it's like he's opening up one little page of the book. This would be opening up the whole book. Okay, you're just opening up one little tiny page there. Okay, short and sweet. It's like you're giving somebody a high five. Beautiful, there we go.
Notice what I'm doing with my shoulders as well, right? I'm not keeping my shoulders totally straight. As I open the book, if I just did that with my wrist, the ball's gonna go where? That direction. So watch what happens if I push my shoulders to the left just a little bit. I'm able to straighten my wrist out and go back, okay? So there's a lot of side-to-side movement with our shoulders when we're doing this drill.
And you may think that this is so simple and it doesn't have much meaning at all, but there's a lot of meaning behind him sliding, sliding out of this dead space area, gaining space, and being able to hit a better ball. Show us what not to do.
Okay.
Ready here? Or,
okay.
Perfect, okay? So he's sliding, he's gaining space. He's sliding and gaining space and utilizing that forehand. See how he slides, he gains space, perfect. Versus taking it as a backhand and getting jammed. Perfect, beautiful. Okay? So we'll go both 10 on the forehand, 10 on the backhand, switch roles. Okay guys, second drill here. Coach Kyle here is gonna be the teacher, I would be the student. As a teacher, your role is to be driving ground strokes, both forehands and backhands, and almost trying to put a bullet through the student here. As a student, my job is to maintain good ready position, punch through that volley, and to aim past the cone. So we're going to say that transition zone is going to break that box in half. Okay, so I would say put cones in the transition zone and obviously aim aim a little deeper here, okay? So here's how the drill is gonna work, go ahead. Sorry, my fault, here we go. Here we go, my fault.
And notice how if Tyson executes good depth on his ball, notice how I'm either getting pushed back or I'm definitely held at bay, staying at the baseline. So when we're up at the kitchen line, we want to keep our opponents back, and volleying with good depth, but still making sure it's level is the best way to do that. Remember, I'm providing all the power as the driver. All Tyson needs to do is have a good contact point, use my pace, and then if his balls are landing a little too short, just make sure he's pushing through that volley.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong. I mean, if I find myself volleying short and I'm trying to extend and I'm not able to get enough depth, maybe I try that same thing, but I focus on timing, maybe getting my arm bent and moving through contact, but sometimes just like the timing of the point of contact doesn't allow you to get the ball deep enough. So focus on the timing, focus on watching the ball all the way in, seeing the ball nice and big, looking at the holes, looking at the seam, but there's something to be said with just timing in general.
For sure.
And hitting it clean and getting effortless depth.
Yeah,
right?
That perfect contact point.
For sure. So a more advanced version here would be volley deep, volley deep. Once Kyle sees that I volley short, he can drive, come in, crash, play it out. Okay, it's kind of fun here. So this is a more experienced drill. But if I volley short, that gives my teacher license to drive or to drop and then play it out. Okay, so it's kind of punishment for me for volleying short. Okay, deep. I'll take it. Once I volley short, oh, sorry. Beautiful, we're gonna play it out. Look at the wheels, baby. Look at the wheels. So we have a little fun. Shoot. Okay, very good, again. Same thing here, and go. So my ball wasn't deep enough.
Close, it was
That's
close.
Okay, yeah.
Right, here we go.
Same thing here. I feed, deep, deep, good. Short, he drops.
I'm not seeing you pop up a dick. What am I doing?
Okay, now we're gonna change roles. Yep. He's trying to volley deep, push me back. Okay, so now, same thing here. If he volleys short, that's gonna give me a license to come up, close in, and we'll play it out.
So I'll go ahead and volley one short.
Ready here? Volley shorts, I'm driving, playing it out.
The two-hander. I like it.
Very good.
Good stuff.
Sweet. The game is going to consist of one side is going to be hitting punch volleys. That person has to hit 2 punch volleys past the half-court line. Once they've hit 2 punch volleys past the half-court line, then the point is live.
This is a great game to work on if you struggle with not getting enough depth on your volley when people are driving it at you. So this is a great way to keep your opponents at bay and make them think twice before they try to power through you when you're in your games.
Okay, guys, here we go. So I'm gonna be punching volleys. Coach Kyle is gonna be driving ground strokes. This is a game that starts out as a drill that turns into a game. Okay, I have to hit 2 punch volleys past the markers. Once I've hit 2 punch volleys past the markers and I've gotten that correct depth, then Kyle's gonna come in and play the point out. Ready here? Feeding. There's 1. There's 2. Now we're live. Okay, that's okay. Very good, very good. Here we go. 2 punch volleys. There's 1. There's 2. Now we're live. Yeah, pretty.